All right, folks, this is it. This is the last straw for both teams. Their final chance. No more backup games. No more buffer zone. Hellraisers, they had the winner's bracket advantage. They took game 1, and they've let it slip to a deciding game 5. The winner has huge victories, well, huge bounties to be gained, I should say. They walk away with a guaranteed berth in the main event for the Dota 2 Asia Championships, a $1.6 million prize pool and rising, already being called a mini TI, but bigger than several previous TIs in terms of prize pool, including TI1 as well as TI2. With that said, the losing team still goes to the main event as a wildcard team. So they have a chance to work their way into the primary group stage and maybe to make it to the playoffs, but they'll have some stiff competition from Na'Vi as well as the other two Chinese and Asian teams. And well, with all those pleasantries, introductions out of the way, we get into our final draft. This is, again, Game 5, final match of the day. It's been a long one, but we've had some great matches. Of course, I'm LD, and I'm joined here by Blitz. Hey, Will.
What's up, what's up?
What's up, homie?
You want to get lunch after this, man?
Oh, so tired.
Alright, never mind. I'm just gonna order food at the end of this game.
I maybe can be bribed. We'll see. We'll see if it's a hype game. I'll probably need some time to cool down anyway. So it's a potential date. All right, first pick Ancient Apparition for Hellraisers here. This was banned by them last game, I believe. Lycan Puck the reply. So the Prophet's the follow-up. Hellraisers going for maybe the makings of a global strat. And I believe one game this tournament I saw, was it...
Na'Vi?
It was Na'Vi ran the Spectre, Zeus, Prophet. I don't think they had an Ancient Apparition, but I don't know if we see that this time around from Hellraisers, but it's always like if you want to bust something unusual out, global strats, classics, and can be very effective. Though I don't know against the Lycan if that's the way to go.
Yeah, and global strats in general feel a little bit gimmicky to me. Like, things have to go right, and when you go for global heroes in general, they're usually weaker in terms of laning. I mean, I think AA is just a good hero in general, and NP is a good way of dealing with the Lycan, because you've got a hero that can TP back normally using a teleport scroll to defend the tower, and then TP back into fights, so he doesn't just get split pushed to death.
Yeah, and the laning for those types of drafts tends to be pretty weak, and that's where they can fall apart. Especially if you go for like the Spectre. Zeus, not too bad in a 1v1 matchup, but not really the best at rotating to control later on in the game. So, well, Hellraiser's not fully committing to that yet. They go for the Rubik now. We talked last game about not having that many great spells to steal. Well, this time around, kind of the same thing. Like in Shapeshift can be really nice, but not a game changer necessarily. You need to have someone to combo with your initial lift, and the Puck spells all decent, nothing too outstanding. Dazzles, same story here, but now Power Rangers go back into a Disruptor pick. Interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, it's good against Nature's Prophet if he TPs in.
Oh, this I love. I love this pick.
I mean, you might as well, right? Bust out everything you have for this last game.
This hero is just so good against Lycan and lane. Like, you have to dodge it. You lane against him, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, and I think Axe used to be considered a troll hero, but the hero itself has a lot of positives. It's really tanky. The initiation against a lot of the heroes that they have is really strong. It goes through BKB. I mean, it stops the Dazzle Grave from being effective. Like, it actually makes Dazzle Grave completely useless, if we're honest.
Yeah, so it's good against the Dazzle, it's good against the Lycan in lane, and it gives them a setup initiator, which they desperately need, as these other three backliners, quite squishy. Rubik can walk in and lift, but then he puts himself in harm's way, so generally when Hellraisers picks this, they run it as a one position. I mean, not an AFK farming one, but it's something that Arts will normally take up, so curious to see if they look to go aggressive tri-lane here. They definitely have that option with the Rubik Axe Ancient Apparition, and of course, if you're Power Rangers, you can always look to run the Lycan mid, try to dodge. There are ways to respond to this Axe pick, but if nothing else, Hellraisers, if they don't get aggressive in the laning stage, they definitely want to get the Axe active once he has his Blink online.
Yeah, they just threw another wrinkle into all of this. And I actually like the Axe, or the Disruptor pick against the Axe. You can just, the Axe calls and then you just glimpse him back. And it's not like Axe is a hero that's typically going to get BKB immediately. It's going to be like a third or fourth item for him at the earliest. And so the Disruptor is always going to be really good against him. Plus, he's not a really mobile hero, so if you just drop your ultimate on top of him as well, that could be a way that you negate the hero. But in terms of laning, yeah, it's a little bit tricky because you don't want to put...
Ooh.
I don't think putting your Lycan mid is a very good idea here. I guess you could do it, but I mean, you already have a Puck and you have a Viper. Maybe you go for some sort of aggro tri-lane and dodge and let Lycan solo or something with Viper?
Yeah, I feel like, because if you go defensive tri-lane, they're running a Prophet. They can side lane solo him, and against Puck he should do fine. And then you suddenly quad lane top with an Axe dive you with Chilling Touch. And I mean, good luck not feeding against that is basically how I feel. Shadow Feed pick by Hellraisers. This used to be, it's kind of an iconic 1v1 mid matchup even, the Shadow Fiend Viper. If you can just avoid that death sentence before the as the raises get leveled up, then the Shadow Fiend can often come out on top, but he's going to be up against Howl damage, so if he is in fact played against the Viper mid, he's going to have his work cut out for him.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think, man, that Shadow Fiend pick...
That is a pretty ballsy pick, I have to say, in a game 5.
I mean, they already picked up the Nature's Prophet and an Axe. You might as well just go full YOLO and go to your roots, right? I think they have the right idea here. Don't be afraid, because it is a game 5, and this game 5 does mean a lot, right? You get directly seeded into a tournament that is the equivalent of a TI1/TI2.
And that's before they release the next chest, which probably means another $1 million to $2 million, and I mean, depending on what the items look like exactly. But
so for this, I think it's just don't be afraid, and I really like that Hellraisers is doing this. It shows that they're really fearless. They're picking based on what they feel is correct rather than the severity of the game, which I think is a really mature thing to do for a team.
Well. CIS teams are normally not known for their lack of confidence. So HR certainly living up to that stereotype in this department. And we'll have a quick pause here. It was Dread who made the pause happen. He'll be on the Rubik again. He had that amazing game 1 against the Doom, but he's been rather quiet since then. And I mean, looking at the spells to steal, there are some really good spells from Disruptor. Viper Strike, I guess, is an option, but it's just not quite on the same level as some of the Rubik picks we saw earlier today, where the hero was like, oh my god, it's a feeding frenzy, you know, Ravage, Doom,
Even that last game, it didn't feel very good, though.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a hero that's going to have a lot of impact, especially when you get behind.
Yeah.
This is an aggressive hero.
So K-Pop Tosa says, ask Blitz about my DK support.
I'm having nightmares thinking about it again.
Are you crying in real life?
That was the one... Oh, I was embarrassed. Because you know what the funny thing is? He told me before dinner that he was going to gank the shit out of me if he ever played me with DK support, and then he did. And I didn't pay attention, man.
Sorry, William. You've disappointed your family greatly.
I won that game, though, so whatever, dude.
Well, I think some would argue it was in spite of your performance, not because of it.
So, Avoninj, he's going to go mid, and I'm just going to sidestep that, that comment. And I think this is the right idea, though.
You're the Chuan Slayer, dude.
I really am, dude. I'm the Chuan Slayer. I think I beat him in 2 games or something like that, so whatever.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you. And yeah, they are going to aggressive tri-lane with this Axe.
And
Rubik
looks like Power Rangers may even look to dodge here. At least for now, trying to wrap around mid.
Oh, are they going to do the super smart gank?
Oh, the level 1 gank mid?
No. Here's what you do. You walk around like this, and you catch the guy then like standing over here. But the problem is if your smoke dies like that, you can't really do that.
30 seconds.
Well, it's not going to happen. They do drop a solitary sentry, but this will be nice. Probably they're expecting the Shadow Fiend mid and just want to deny his stacks. I guess potentially it could be the Axe or the Nature's Prophet farming it, but in the end, we introduce our players as the early shenanigans are complete and the battle begins. Power Rangers, they've come back after the 0-2 deficit to make it a 2-2 tie ball game going into game 5. Cheshire Cat, your offlane puck. Heading mid is Shachlo on the Viper. Top, Saniko the Dazzle, Diara the Lycan, and J4 the Disraptor. As for HR, you've got Dread with the boots first Rubik. Goddamn, the Ancient Apparition. Arts will be on your Axe, and that puts Affininge onto the Shadow Feed, and safe lane goes Gorek as the Nature's Prophet. No early boots for him. He gets the null tally, but well, we'll see. Probably looking to get aggressive and join this top lane as soon as possible if any opportunities prevent themselves.
Yeah, that's the main thing that's the main thing that Power Rangers has to look out for, is the Nature's Prophet coming in to go for the kills. And Viper actually has to be worried about that too, because Viper, until he gets a few levels of his corrosive skin, isn't the best defensive hero. And I think a lot of this game is going to come down to how this aggressive tri-lane goes. If it goes really well and they're able to shut down the Lycan, good for them, but if they're not, they've just committed 3 heroes to trying to shut down a hero that they couldn't. And so that's kind of the danger with aggro tri-lanes in general, is that they have to go well. You're committing so much to it. There's no real safety. You can't just go back to the bottom lane and act like nothing happened. It sets you back too much.
That really started off as a Mott note, by the way. You're like, well, if they go aggressive tri-lane and they shut down the Lycan, then that's good. And if they don't, well, that's not good. You salvaged it, buddy.
I explained it out.
You did.
There's no real salvaging it, though, because your supports are going to be so underleveled.
No, I mean you salvaged the comment.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Nicely done.
It's one of those things, is like, it's hard to...
It's true, though. You can't really back off.
Yeah.
At that point, you fed the Lycan as well, so he'll have a really fast Vlad's or Midas or whatever the case may be, and then things get tough. Art's posting up here, but the heal comes out trying to turn this. The Chilling Touch, very strong. They don't get that last killing auto attack. Nature's Prophet not joining this lane for now. Art's low. Will he tick down to the Thunderstrike? Looks like he'll barely... Oh, no, there's one more. He tangos up. Barely living. Where the hell is our Nature's Prophet? He has teleport. Did not come in.
He should have gone for the Lycan. I think he would have been able to pick him off, too. Maybe he was afraid of the Glimpse. But he actually went for Kinetic Field at level 2.
Yeah, that's true. He could have been afraid of the Glimpse.
That would have really wasted his time.
Yeah. I guess worst case, you just go back to bottom lane and continue farming there. But then you miss out on future ganks. Uh-oh, goddamn. Trapped out. They know that the Sacks walk back to base, and it looks like HR may end up giving up another first blood goddamn turns, and it's to no avail as Dread runs in. He gets pounded by the Howl damage. He'll fall as well. Lane... looking to be very bad very quickly.
Yeah, at this point, here's what you do to salvage it. You just play it safe, or you go for the all-in YOLO. But regardless, you need the Nature's Prophet to come in and start doing stuff, because they've just demonstrated that they can't win the lane in a straight-up fight.
But they would win it so easily if he's there. I mean, maybe not now after those kills, but before it, for sure. Especially if he gets the Chilling Touch on him when he comes in.
The good news, though, for HR is that all of Power Rangers has to back after this, so maybe they get a little bit more lane stability. And the Shadow Fiend, how well is he doing mid? Just take a look. He's doing okay considering it's a Viper mid. And if the Nature's Prophet can maybe set up for a kill on the...
Oh, big plays by Gorek. He gets the courier. There's no bottle on it still. A nice takedown. He may pay for this. Shachlo only with the level 1 orb.
There's no boots on Shachlo. I think he's gone.
Poison Touch. Oh, no, he makes it.
Yeah, he's gone. He's got boots.
He's going to miss out on this bounty rune, but he'll... Oh, up the hill? Really?
Are they actually going to... They have a ward right there, but no. There's...
No way. So Nico really going for this.
It would just take too much. I don't even think there's a
I don't know about that, William. He's still heading in. Okay, finally.
Yes.
My god, that was a long chase. He's like, get the hell back to your base.
It was just a weird chase too, though, because it's not like the Nature's Prophet is going to stay anyways. He's heading back anyways. It's just wasting a little bit of mana from...
He secured the bounty rune, though, so all is well.
Yeah, he ultra secured that thing.
Wants to make sure nobody's within like 6,000 units before he goes for it. And then he'll get the double rune spawn. He picks up this Invis rune next. This could work out really nicely.
It's just bad timing, though, because the lane is pushed in mid right now. So he has to be really patient. He'd have to wait a wave and a half or something like that just to get the kill mid.
He'll just
he's not even going to bother.
But this could be a big ambush with the heal bomb coming out.
Yeah, they don't know about this, and they don't have a sentry in the lane either. And he set up behind him, and the creep wave is pushed up. This is definitely the lane to gank.
And Axe is very vulnerable to this because he always stands in the middle of the wave. Look for the heal. It comes out now. It's not that bad, actually. They'll lose J4 off the bat. Goddamn. Maybe the trade. Art's starting to go to work. The Nature's Prophet going to join it. Saniko will get ambushed. That's 2 down. The game swings right back. Hellraiser's hanging on here. Making it a 2-3 score. The puck as well as the Viper still dominating their lanes, though. 24-2 versus the 13-9 Prophet, as he did leave the lane to go for the Courier. And of course, the Viper actually now not dominating. F and Ninja will catch up, so even in the mid now.
Yeah, J4 is not the hero that you want to get initiated on, but it looks like they are going to get arts in return.
Are they?
It's going to be, or maybe Dread is the one that's going to fall here. Yeah.
Not a Spin Lord, but he is getting close to a Blink already. With 2-0 score, not actually dying. This could be like a 8-9 minute Blink, potentially sooner if he gets a kill or two.
Yeah, now the Shadow Fiend's actually dominating mid with his level 6. Yeah. Just the amount of damage he can put out with the Raze. The worst thing that happened to Shadeslow is that losing the Courier from the Nature's Prophet, that was huge. It kind of forced Viper in a really weird position where he wasn't able to get boots, and so the SF is just kind of out-positioning him using Razes and his superior boots advantage. And he doesn't have a bottle, and he can't fairy regen. So getting razed at all in this lane just sets him so far back.
Yeah, and generally with Shadow Fiend, if you don't lose the lane that hard, but you get to level 7, then the lane's pretty much yours to free farm, barring ganks. Like, you just constantly keep the Viper back, and it's very difficult for him to post up on you without some sort of rune.
Yeah, you need to win the lane with Viper earlier than this. And the fact that the SF hasn't died and he's got a pretty dominant CS lead considering the circumstances. Like, he's only up by 3, but that shouldn't be like that. And it's almost entirely due to the Courier kill.
And it will get worse, because then he starts stacking the jungle, now that the ward's dead.
Yeah,
Tranquil
that's what he's
boots.
doing right now.
Art's baiting with those, so Nico wanted to go for a quick little snipe, but that ain't gonna happen. In fact, they get the lift off, so Nico spun into submission. Will drop quickly. Arts, he's almost ready to dunk. He's closing on level 6. Yeah, Ra. Retreat out to the right. They don't have mana for a sprout, but they don't need it.
He's got no boots.
He'll be run down as well.
Oh, boy.
After getting a quick double kill, this game begins to spiral out of control against them. Cheshire Cat nowhere near a blink.
Oh my god, he almost lost his boots right there.
Did he?
What is he doing?
The wolves.
The wolves were in his on top of
No!
it.
No! What were you thinking?
You greedy.
Oh my god, he's at full health basically.
Oh,
anyway.
that's. What is this game? What is this series? Why do
This
these
is
keep...
this is a play-in game for a $1.6 million tournament.
He didn't know. Oh my god, I can't even wait to see the chat when that happened. The funny thing was, he was so close to getting them sniped, and then I thought, oh, he realizes that he's being really greedy here, and then he drops them again.
Maybe, I mean, he should have known the wolves were level 3 by now, so that really hurts.
Okay, so we were talking about how badly HR was losing this lane, and then they managed to get a bunch of kills in a row, and then that's actually even bigger than anything. That's like 1,000 gold swing.
He was about to get a blink, too, with the Tranquils.
Yeah!
He had like 1,900 gold.
He just lost. Well, it's even bigger than that, because he has to rebuy them.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that net worth swing. That's
Fiend
worth more than like 3 kills.
Well. If they go on to lose this game, I can't even imagine how he's going to feel. That'll be brutal. J4 now going in. They get off the S-Vortex, though. These Shadow Fiend races are going to hurt. Oh, he drops quickly. Art's now getting caught up by Orb. He's there, but so too is F Ninja. Another quick slam. And now he looks for more. Morphine is the Lycan, but good luck getting close to F Ninja. He's going to think about, no. You don't want to do that, my friend. He wants to juke and jive, but he can't. So Nico, now trapped, the Lycan just runs helplessly around in circles while the evil demon will collect kill after kill. Now joining the Frazier Viper, but needs to TP out. Oh, he's not going to be in time. A big takedown there as Gorek may well be next. Glimpse, already used. Not able to do much to chase him down. The Axe does get his blink at least. So Arts now has it online, but no Tranquil, so his armor is relatively low here.
Imagine how big he'd be right now if he had Tranquils and his Blink Dagger right now. They actually couldn't even show up in that top lane. But it's a little bit less scary, but they still have to be really careful right now. They have to have some idea that this Blink is up. I mean, he's had relatively free farm, right? He just walks in the middle of the creep wave. He's 4-0.
Yeah, it can mess with your mental math, though, if they see the Tranquil boots get sniped. So
yeah, he's got his Blink Dagger. Okay, J4 is definitely dead here.
Blank, call, and he spins. That's just going to take one. Dunk, quick kill, and Arts is back on track now. Not as far ahead as he would like, but he's your lead farmer, 5-0-1. And he's going to swing around this top lane. Nobody here to defend, like it off in the woods. It's tough to even get near the lane without quite a bit of backup.
Yeah, the initiation range is really high. The Nature's Prophet can just TP behind you. There's just a lot of things that could go wrong right now, and Gorse is about to pick up his Midas as well with Phase Boots at 11 minutes against a relatively hard matchup in the Puck.
I like the fact that they're giving this Ancient Apparition levels as well. He gets his level 6, they've got the Prophet ult, and they can start making magic happen around the map. His arts will swing around. Oh, this could be bad for Dread. Drops the Sentry. He sees Cheshire Cat, gonna drop him. He manages to steal the orb, and then he tries to jaunt out, but he gets silenced. Oh, could have been a big play.
That was almost huge.
That was so close.
The good thing about sending this Ancient Apparition during all this time is that he is going to get the level 6, so he's going to be able to back up his team really well. But the even smarter thing is that when you send him to the safe lane, if you devote any heroes to him, it pretty much frees up the map again for the Axe to pretty much go on whoever he wants at top. And so it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Nice pick off though. Appa Ninja, man of pain. He's gonna barely skate away. J4 almost able to finish him off, but not the case, as Arts continues to stick around here top.
Yeah, the Shadow Fiend is getting huge. Being able to pick off that Viper as well and get the solo experience. And he's just going to go to this jungle now. Viper's the type of hero that desperately relies on winning the lane as hard as possible to get some sort of advantage, because he doesn't have a flash farming mechanic. There's not a whole lot of ways for you to go in jungle or anything like that. So being able to win your lane is so clutch. But the fact that this Shadow Fiend is doing as well as he did, and it almost entirely comes down to the Nature's Prophet sniping that courier and denying the Viper boots and regen.
Another Ice Blast swinging towards the top side of the map. Nature's Prophet ult cooling down for 40 seconds, but they may look to go on Cheshire Cat. That Blink Call is here, and the dunks are coming. Get ready for a chop. Kaboom! Easy. The Axe pick, and this is with the Tranquil Boots being sniped. Out of control. 6-0-1. They even gave up 2 kills at a first blood to start the game.
They're going to get the tower too.
Now they'll take a tower. They're keeping the other lanes pushed in. No trades in sight for PR. HR, they were ready for the Lycan pick this time around. They pull out the Pocket Axe, and it seems that PR are going to have their backs against the wall from here on out.
It's okay though. as terrible as weird as that sounds, they still have a Lycan, which is one of the best heroes at making big comebacks. You don't need to get into large-scale engagements with Lycan, so even if you're far behind, it's one of the few heroes that can do it.
So they know?
They
didn't actually see it, but they seem to suspect. Now they throw the Ice Blast.
They know,
oh god, oh gosh, oh no, oh not like this. Oh dear lord,
it was just
sweet Jesus, not like this.
They needed that Roshan, to say the least.
Yeah, you're talking about Lycan big comebacks. That is the engine of the comeback. Just literally blew up in front of their faces. Thank God only one person was in the vehicle, but they're not really going to be driving anywhere anytime soon. PR thoroughly on the back foot now.
It is only 3 kills behind, but most of PR's kills were in the early side of the game, and now that Hellraisers is getting these kills later on, they're getting a lot more XP out of this. Their Nature's Prophet, because of the attention that the Shadow Fiend and the Axe warrant, is being able to farm out the rest of the jungle. I mean, things are looking a little bit brutal for PR right now. I think they just have to wait for their Lycan to come online. The problem is you expect your Viper to be a lot more farm than this at this point, but he's really not, and it's kind of setting them far behind, because you'd expect for him to at least have like half of an item, but since he doesn't, it's a little bit difficult to get into 5-on-5 fights.
They're going for a big smoke, but there's no blink on Cheshire Cat, so he's got to walk his way, and he gets lifted. Dread could have transformed quickly. Ice Blast coming on through. Appa Ninja goes for the TP out, but he gets glimpsed, and now he's going to walk his way into this one. He'll explode momentarily, gets off some raises, and he ends up bringing a few low, getting no kills, but the Dazzle secured by the Ancient Apparition Shatter. So they lose their Shadow Fiend. They get at least a Dazzle return with Goresh pushing the top lane. But now Diera, he's back in this Roshan pit. Ice Blast up in 15.
They did devote a lot to that though, and they managed to get the Shadow Fiend, but he's about, once he gets his BKB, what do you actually do against him? And as long as HR are cognizant of the fact that Lycan is going to look for these opportunities to go for the Rosh and they just mosey on over, it's really unsafe for him. And it looks like Arts is actually saying, you know what, screw it. I don't need Tranquil Boots. I'm not going to let that happen to me again.
Get those BOTs.
Yeah, it just seems a little spiteful now. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, if you don't upgrade them, then
yeah, he's like, I'm not going back for this.
You'll never have a reason to drop them, right? So
yeah, exactly.
That's some next level Dota. But yeah, the other issue for this Lycan is until he gets a BKB, I feel like he really has to be careful about getting near the Shadow Fiend. Ancient Apparition has Max Ice Vortex, which is more and more the go-to build nowadays, and it means those raises are just going to destroy him in close proximities, as well as the Requiem. Uh-oh. Goresh being chased out. This is a long chase to go for. They have the level 4 glimpse. They get it off. And with that, Goresh, donezo. But at the same time, bottom. Blink, call onto Shadeslow. Goddamn. Looking for the turn here. The Rubik ended up killing off the Dazzle as the skirmish continues top lane. It looks like we'll have a chop in just a second. He's close. Can you dunk? Can you dunk? Oh, he misses the call. The chop is short. The turn might come. And they're still chasing Appa Ninja. He's going to go down to this orb if he can't juke it. Oh, he just outruns it. The Wolves, oh, another glimpse. And another kill, it seems. He raises. Ineffectual, or ineffective against these Wolves, I should say. And he's gonna walk away.
He's gone, actually.
Wow, but they still end up losing their Rubik. They lost their Nature's Prophet, and the Ancient Apparition, I think, was just chilling bottom lane. Yeah, he's fine. Still, PR. That's a big turn there. A 2-for-1, but it ends up being a 1,400 gold swing.
Yeah, I mean, being able to, if they could have gone the Shadow Fiend on top of that, that would have been huge. Losing 2 supports at this point isn't too bad for you here, but still, they're kind of giving up a little bit of their lead. They really need their axe to get active on the map and look for good pickoffs. And I know they went for the Viper and it just didn't happen, but when your team is getting gone on like that and you go for a failed ganked attempt, it is kind of what lets PR get back in the game. And it's going to give them a little bit more map control, and that's what you need right now with this Lycan to be able to get this Roshan off. And that's why he just keeps doing these Ancients, because he's just kind of waiting for HR to show up on the map and try to go for a kill.
Yeah, and he's also constantly pressuring the Roche simply by being nearby or off the map, which means HR keep on having to smoke for it, scout for it with Ice Blast, just walk into the pit to check, and it means they're not threatening other areas of the map. They're not necessarily being as aggressive for these kills in the mid lane, and they'll try for one now. Arts looking for the jump in. He's got the blink call. He's found the distance. This time should be an easy jump. Nope. Stolen by your Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, but the AA is getting a lot. He's got...
Uh-oh. Just lost your microphone, I think.
I disconnected my mic, LD.
Are you that mad at me, man? I didn't realize we were
I was
friends.
pissed! The Shadow Fiend actually went...
Comeback Midas.
Yeah, the Ogre Club into Casual Midas.
Huh.
It's okay. I think he's just kind of... It's an insurance policy at this point. In case things go terribly wrong, if you get 2 Midases here, maybe you get really far ahead. I mean, there's no Midases on...
Their late game is still really good, even if... Yeah, Lycan is very fearsome late. Uh-oh, hold that thought. Art's gonna get caught out.
This is a huge kill for them, too. It's 6-0 and 3 right now.
It is dead.
It has died.
Goddamn. Oh, he's gonna TP home, and the coil's gonna stat. His corpse hits the deck at the base. The trade is Goresh going for the Cheshire Cat kill. He's got his midget Necro book in the house, but Blink Dagger about to be ready. Oh, did it not phase shift that last auto attack? And now Shadow Fiend comes in range, but just blinks on out of there.
Yeah, now
and now Roche.
Yeah, they're getting picked apart a little bit. And now that Dityara is able to get this, if he's able to get this Roshan right now, and he should be able to, they've got the weave going on both of the heroes. He does have a Vlad. He doesn't have too much net worth, so it's really important they're able to get this Roche. And HR definitely know about it now, just by the fact that PR is rotating every single hero over to this side of the map. And maybe they don't go for it here.
Well, it's a bit too healthy. I wonder if HR even thinks about it. They do have presence of the Dark Lord, but no BKB on Affinage, so...
They've got Treants, though. That's the best way to do it.
No, not the Wolves. These Wolves, oh my goodness. The last time this happened, it ended in disaster for the team in the pit. Let's see if it's the same case here today. There's no coil, but they're going to go with the Blink Silence Orb, instantly bringing a bunch of heroes down to a third, down to half in some cases. Requiem zoned out. Just trying to turn. There's a quick dunk from Arts to get things underway, and now Lycan into the pit. He gets bashed in the pit.
He's gonna get hit
the
by
Ice Blast hits him. Oh, one more auto attack. He shatters. What a train wreck. But it's not for HR. It's for PR. Arts looking for the dunk. He might get it. Are there enough spins? He's looking for the win. The chop. Nope. Can't get it. No. Oh, can't dunk that one.
Oh, and Gorse is going to go away. He's so low right now. He's got -17 armor.
They're still trying to Roche. Affinage gonna snag the Aegis. Sanika went outwards for goddamn. Now, Affinage on the run. Can they kill him at... Oh, he turns. He wants to... Oh, he tries to time the last auto attack just so and ends up not doing it. Lycan says, well, I didn't get the Aegis, but I'll take your teleport scroll.
That was so brutal. They almost had the Viper. Like, it had to have been within like 20 HP of the Cull, but he wasn't able to get it, and Gorse had the right idea, trying to wrap around him, but just not being able to do enough damage. He is going to get a Necro Book 3 anytime soon, and giving up the Roshan there, especially to the Shadow Fiend at this point in the game, is absolutely massive.
And especially when he's just gone for a Midas. Now he can just sit back, farm as freely as he wants, and their chances of killing him are very remote.
Yeah, and the problem was that it would normally be okay, but look at how much farm Ditya Ra has had. He's stuck around, like I said, at the Ancients, and he hasn't really been farming too much because he was anticipating being able to get that Aegis. But now that he's not, it's set him back so much. All he has at 20 minutes right now is the Vlads. If he had been able to get that Roshan maybe 10 minutes ago, we could see him at a Necro 1, maybe pressuring for Necro 2, but the way it is right now is really underfarmed.
Well, they try to go on Arts here, and it looks like with the Howl, they should be able to get the kill. Uh-oh, that's a close to a chop. Ditya Ra forced back, and not quite enough to get.
How far off was he? It's with the Ags, it's 450. Wow, he was actually
level 2. He was really
he was
close.
like right there.
Yeah, that's the thing is they have the Ancient Apparition and Nature's Prophet. So even when you technically are like 4v1, 3v1, you're never really. They're always ready to assist.
Yeah, the Shadow Fiend has his BKB now, LD, and there is a Midas on the puck, but sooner or later the double Midas that HR has had, and they've had it for a while now, especially this Nature's Prophet, it's going to accelerate them into the late game a lot better. I mean, it's 21 minutes in, the Nature's Prophet is about to pick up a book 3, and the Lycan, on the other hand, is nowhere close to his book, if he decides to go that route.
Yeah, HR are definitely one step ahead. They currently lead by 7,500 gold, 7,500 experience, with the great late game global tandem of your Ancient Apparition, Nature's Prophet, the carry potential of a Shadow Fiend, and the Axe is that tanky frontline initiator. A well-rounded draft overall, and after a topsy-turvy start to this game, they look to pull ahead. They'll take the Tier 1 bottom, Art's in position to defend this Tier 1 mid, and everybody playing scared, not wanting to show themselves in the lane. PR backing on out. But this gives time for Dread to farm towards his Blink top. They're going to bring 5 into this lane. PR, do they actually commit to this? Glyph online, Axe coming through. Ice Blast also coming through. I don't know if they want to stick around for this. It's going to go... Actually not going to hit on much. But they'll
Doesn't look like HR's prepared, though, for this.
They'll be okay.
Yeah, they just rotated a little bit too slowly. And something we haven't talked about, though, LD, is how close this Ancient Apparition is to his Aghanim Scepter.
That's a really fast Ags. And he's level 11 already, even though he didn't go Midas.
Yeah, that guy's actually huge. And I think HR in general had the more balanced lineup. PRs felt kind of like an all-in push. Not an all-in, but that wasn't the right word, but a lot more push-heavy. I think they definitely thought they'd be getting a lot more towers than this early on. And the fact that they haven't, I think HR's supports are better late game. They have more cores on their team. They have the ability to deal with the split push. The later this goes, I feel like it favors HR, barring any sort of massive mess up. But PR are really keeping it close. They're getting really good pickoffs around the map. They're doing the smart thing. They're just looking for individual pickoffs, disengage. Individual pickoffs, disengage. But the problem was that they were doing that so that the Lycan could get the Roshan. And not being able to get the Roshan at this point is actually pretty big.
It really takes the wheels off the whole strategy. And maybe they can grab the next Rosh quicker. They do have their Medallion now in Dazzle, but at the same time, HR have such a good lineup to counter any sort of Rosh play. They have Ice Blast, they have Treant Scouts, Arts who's tanky and just confident to jump in there, and then the BKB Shadow Fiend who can just literally walk in whenever he needs to. And for now, the Rosh is still a ways off. Still, they have the Aegis. It's going to expire in the next minute, and they will smoke. Moving towards the middle lane, and now drawing the line to the enemy jungle. Too bad for HR. Nobody's home, and now they actually go the other way. Arts has a feeling that Ditya Ra or someone might be in the neighborhood, and boy, was Heat right or what? Gets the blink in. They lift. They now throw out the Viper Strike. They look for the dunk. Ditya Ra gonna get shot. No, again. Denied.
That's the second time he's been denied that.
Oh my god. You gotta get the chop. It's just so viscerally satisfying.
The Nature's Prophet getting that probably doesn't even benefit him because he's got so much farm already.
It definitely doesn't benefit our viewers, who I'm sure are quietly raging.
You gotta hear that dunk.
I know,
That's the
right?
noise it makes.
It just ain't the same.
Yeah, maybe they go for this push here. The Ancient Apparition isn't there, but what is Ancient Apparition really, if not his ultimate?
It's a walking ice cannon, that's what he is.
Yeah, they could definitely keep going if they wanted, I think, but probably, I mean, this is the last game. Maybe take it a little bit slow. They do have the Necro 3 still up on Gorse, and there's no real rush for them. The Viper decides to go for the Aghanim Scepter, but he's not going to be able to keep up and farm without a Midas of his own. If you just take a look at his net worth, yeah, he's 4th in the game right now, and he's just going to rapidly fall behind the Shadow Fiend.
He's strutting about 1,700 gold in his pockets, so I imagine we see the completed Manta coming next for F Ninja. Is that where you go with this build, or how do you see him itemized as this game moves along? I guess is my question.
Definitely get a Butterfly at some point. Maybe some sort of lifesteal against that lineup is really big. They don't have any sort of magic burst damage, so getting a Satanic or something at this point would be quite good. PR really lack disables too. If the only person that's reasonably going to get a Hex in this game is that Puck, right? So if Afoninj just kind of turns into a right-click monster, what's your counter here for that?
You got to get like a Hex on the Puck or an Abyssal Blade.
Yeah. On the Lycan, yeah.
I actually think with those items, they could out-carry him late, but it's just...
Getting to that point is...
The farm curve is not good right now. The farm curve is not even close to that.
It's definitely working against them, LD.
They stole the Wolves. Oh my god. This could be so big. J4 being scouted.
Oh goddamn, though, atop.
Well, they get the quick kill here. Nicely done by Cheshire Cat. Can he make his way out? TP out from 1.
He's good. He's good. And he is going for the Hex this game instead of the Ags, which I think is the appropriate choice.
Is he good? Orb has been stolen. Dread can chase after him. He's orbing, and he does both. They both drawn in. Now they wrap towards him.
Blink up though.
And Sprout. Oh, the blaze! That good awareness by Gorish.
Yeah, he did that instantly too. If he had waited even half a second, the TP would have gone off.
That flying vision making the difference.
Yeah, and that was actually almost all Dread too, being able to keep up with him with that Illusory Orb. Like, this guy started 0 and 3, but he's got a lot of farm and he's made a lot of plays.
I'm so glad that Rubik's back in vogue right now. It's just so much fun to watch this hero.
Yeah,
and to play him, for that matter.
Yeah.
Definitely my favorite support.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, on my short list, anyway.
It's one of the more entertaining ones to watch as well, is the thing.
It seems like I feel like I haven't seen many Rubik games recently where they're just useless. Like, they always seem to get their Blakes, oftentimes dominate the laning stage, and I think it's partially how teams are drafting around the Rubik picks, like getting the H Apparition that helps him hit harder early in the laning stage, making sure he can go for the boots first. But whatever the reason behind it is, it's just fun to see Rubik dominating again.
Yeah, and this isn't even particularly a good Rubik game like we talked about, but he's still been really effective. Yeah, Dread went too YOLO here.
I jinxed him. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, so he finishes the Manta on the Shadow Fiend. Maybe going for Helm of Dom, Butterfly. These are all good options at this point in the game.
Yeah, you can always get like that Talisman and then go into something else. There's so many different ways to take the Shadow Fiend from here, and well, Manta's going to be nice this game. You can Manta dodge the Viper Strike potentially, and not the easiest thing to do depending on what angle he comes from, but just gives you that extra bit of mobility in the fights, get out of the Puck silence. It's just an annoying item for PR to deal with.
It's good against the Lycan as well, when he initially goes on you.
Yeah, just buying you that split second where he's not sure which one is real definitely makes a difference. And actually, there was a game recently where, I forget who it was, someone ended up manting and they got caught in the trees as a ranged auto attacker.
Oh boy.
And it won them the game.
Really?
Because they couldn't kill him. Like, they couldn't get to him, and he was just pounding away. Oh, was it a sniper pick for Loda? No, Loda got destroyed in the sniper game. Oh, man. I'll tell you, Will, the 4 hours of sleep in the past 24, not good for remembering those little details, I must say.
You know what the best part about this is? That Art still hasn't picked up upgraded boots. It's like he's just completely given up on it.
I'm surprised he hasn't just decided to go bootsless and as a full protest.
Yeah, that's definitely fuck this moment right there. Not upgrading the boots here. But I think with this Aegis, they go for the high ground with their Necro 3. PR don't have the best ways to stop pushes. They only have the Puck Orb, really.
They're going to go for an AC from the looks of things for Gorish, and they get this AC. They already have the Shadow Fiend minus armor from the presence of the Dark Lord, so you're looking at -5, about to be -6. Then you throw in another -5. That's already -11 armor, and On top of that, Axe does some physical damage from the spins. The Shadow Fiend hits hard. Heroes are going to melt.
They are looking for Cheshire Cat mid. Are they going to be able to get him? Getting him here would be actually quite big. They know that he's there. Does he time it right? No, but it doesn't matter.
That's one way to do it. Just the pure brute force approach from Hellraisers.
Getting the AC here is going to allow them to go high ground too. AC plus the Necro minions is just going to allow you to brute force uphill.
Their Death
with
Ball's
Aegis.
actually looking pretty scary. And PR are a bit lacking in terms of AoE. Puck being their main source of it. Without it, they have Dazzle Heal and a Thunder Strike. That's really it.
Yeah, and this is the power of the Nature's Prophet. He's just going to TP back. They don't need him for the initial fight. So he's just going to TP back, make sure that no shenanigans happen at top. And bottom lane is pushed in far enough as well. So HR in a really good position right now. The only thing they have to worry about is getting Rat Dota'd by the Lycan. But as long as the Nature's Prophet is there preemptively, it should be okay.
Speaking of the Lycan for Diarra, he does not want to show himself on the map right now.
Yeah, he's so afraid right now.
As well he should be. You look at this Dire Vision, they saw a couple heroes rotating back, but now they're all gone, except for the Ancient Apparition. And, well, now he's going to see Arts, so he starts to feel a little bit more confident.
Was there a gem on somebody as well, by the way, that I saw?
Yes, on Arts.
Yeah, picking up that gem is huge. If he's able to just deward everything here, it pretty much means that Diarra can't even split push properly if they just stay off the map.
It's also just mandatory against Lycan in general, I feel. Like maybe not so much when you're dominating like this, but definitely if they have something that can take advantage of the wolves, like a BOT hero or just heroes that can jump you quickly, so we'll try for this Manta dodge. A little bit mistimed.
He didn't get it.
Sad boy.
He's going to go for the butterfly here, though, and I think this is the correct choice. He has a BKB, so most of PR's lineup is already useless on top of that. So why not just try to put out as much damage as you possibly can? And once the NP decides to come, yeah, he's right here. He's going to pop his Necro Books with the next creep wave, but they have to be really careful. At bottom, Diarra's gone really far deep into their base.
Well, we've seen what happens when teams try to trade with the Tiny, and for Lycan, it can often be a similar story. Ice Blast did come through and help slow it down, but After Ninja gets up and close to this tier 3 mid. HR on the siege. They're close to taking this game. They lay into the tier 3 mid. They will take it. Your Lycan a lot slower with his handiwork.
He doesn't have any wolves up because they got evaporated by the...
Oh, he TP'd out. Well, that game of chicken's over. Now HR, nothing to fear except getting jumped mid. But there will be no base trade.
As long as he has this Aegis, he should be okay. The rest of the team just has to get ready to back him out. I don't think they can burst him down before the Black King bar either, because the puck doesn't have a Hex yet.
And he has Butterfly now. He's got Butterfly. He's going to have it for about a minute and a half before the Aegis expires. They can just stay mid.
Are they really backing off here? I don't think this
man.
Is
it feels like such a good time to go.
Yeah, there's a BKB. If you allow PR to get a Hex on the puck, and then you have a way to actually stop them from going high ground. I don't think this is the correct move here to back off like this. I think you press your advantage and use the Aegis effectively.
I do want to point out, Will, this ridiculous network of wards that they managed to plop down. One in the base, one mid. I mean, it's actually insane how many wards they've dropped.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 5 wards down right now. They've got perfect vision right now. The lanes are all pushed in. I think this is go time, honestly. Maybe they were just afraid of the weave.
Ooh, MKB picked up on your Viper. That's a fast one.
Yeah, considering I don't even know how he got his farm, actually.
Well, he kind of went straight for it, I guess. Alpha Ninja, a little bit slower before his first big tier 4 item, but now onto the range Rex. He will go, and he'll bring it down. Can he go for the melee? He'll try. Slinging those flames up the hill.
He just does so much damage.
Oh, nice Manta there. It's Shade Slow being denied in his efforts to slow down the Shadow Fiend. He'll bring down the Rex. Uncontested, a freebie. They have the Glimpse, but there's also a BKB if needed, so not even going to bother.
Yeah, but why bring the Lycan back?
They do. They BKB. He BKBs and then just turns around. J4 ends up baiting out a BKB charge for the Shadow Fiend, not getting anything else. In fact, he's got to run away. He's in a bit of danger here. They have the coil follow-up. Orb comes through.
His Aegis is just fallen, too.
Oh, this is costly for Evan Ninja if he ends up going down. But he survives. The evasion paying off. The Viper, the one who can kill him off. Will get the kill, but it's at the cost of a Death Requiem. Does a lot of work. His Arts chases onwards. He just needs one, maybe two more spins. Now below the threshold, but Couldn't get there in time. So they lose their Shadow Fiend, but it costs PR 3 heroes and a double buyback, it looks like.
Yeah, that double